The sterile white walls of the hospital seemed to blur as Dr. Andrew Walker watched Dr. Cindy Davis navigate a complex surgery with the grace of a seasoned dancer. Sweat beaded on his brow, not from the sterile air conditioning, but from the nervous energy coursing through him. He'd been smitten the moment he'd seen her, her confident stride, the way her eyes crinkled at the corners when she smiled, the intelligence that radiated from her. Cindy, oblivious to his gaze, was a whirlwind of focused energy. Her hands moved with a practiced fluidity, each incision precise, each instrument wielded with a surgeon's grace. Andrew, a cardiothoracic surgeon himself, was captivated by her skill, her dedication. He'd never seen anyone operate with such a combination of precision and passion. Their paths crossed frequently in the hospital, their schedules intertwined in the demanding world of medicine. They'd have brief encounters in the cafeteria, sharing hurried meals and witty banter. Andrew, usually reserved and focused on his work, found himself eagerly anticipating these encounters, his heart quickening with a nervous excitement he hadn't felt in years. One evening, after a particularly long and stressful day, they found themselves alone in the hospital library. The silence was broken by the soft hum of the air conditioning. "You know," Andrew began, his voice hesitant, "you're incredible in the awe. I've never seen anyone operate with such grace." Cindy looked up, surprised, a faint blush creeping up her neck. "Thank you, Dr. Walker. You're not so bad yourself." Their conversation flowed easily, moving beyond the sterile confines of the hospital. They discovered shared passions for jazz music, art films, and long walks in the park. They learned about each other's dreams, their fears, their hopes for the future. Their relationship blossomed, a quiet understanding blossoming amidst the chaos of hospital life. They found solace in each other's company, sharing their triumphs and their disappointments, their joys and their sorrows. Andrew, a man who had always prioritized his career, found himself prioritizing Cindy. He started to look forward to the end of his shifts, eager to spend time with her, to lose himself in her laughter, to feel the warmth of her hand in his. Cindy, a woman who had always been fiercely independent, found herself leaning on Andrew, finding comfort in his quiet strength and unwavering support. He was her rock, her confidant, her best friend. Their love story wasn't without its challenges. The demands of their careers often pulled them in different directions. Long hours and unpredictable schedules tested their patience. There were moments of doubt, of fear, of wondering if they could make it work. But through it all, their love remained steadfast. They learned to communicate, to compromise, to cherish the precious moments they had together. They celebrated small victories, supported each other through setbacks, and never stopped reminding each other of how much they meant to each other. Years later, Dr. Andrew and Dr. Cindy Walker stood side by side, their hands clasped, watching their daughter play in the park. The hospital where they first met seemed a distant memory. They had built a beautiful life together, a testament to their love, their resilience, and their unwavering belief in each other. As they watched their daughter laugh, they knew that their love story was far from over. It was a story that continued to unfold, with each passing day, a new chapter waiting to be written. End.